A lot of people want to make a difference in their own kitchens to feed their families healthier foods, but that can be kind of intimidating. Some people think it's going to be really expensive, but Chef Katie Porter is here to help us make some very healthy dishes that are also very affordable. And of course, you were on our apples episode a couple of years ago, so thank you so much for coming back. And what are we going to make first today?
We're going to make a black bean veggie salad with
right.
a nice vinaigrette.
Great, and I mean, beans are something that is extremely affordable.
Right.
They're very, very healthy. But I think a lot of people do get scared. How do I make beans?
Right, yeah, especially when you get the dried beans.
Right.
One important tip that you want to soak it overnight. So just cover the dried beans with a little bit of water, let it sit on the counter overnight, and then drain it the next day when you cook it. And then go ahead and cook them. I added some coriander and some thyme to the beans and some black pepper. When you're cooking beans, you always want to add the salt at the very end after it's cooked. Otherwise, it won't cook all the way through.
Oh, that'll be tough.
Nice tip. Yep.
Okay. Great.
And then we've got vegetables. So beans are a great way to make the vegetables kind of stretch farther and get a protein in your dish. So we have some red peppers that are cut and some zucchinis, and then we're going to cut some broccoli. So first I take the end of the broccoli off and then cut it really close to the florets. A lot of times people throw away the stem of the broccoli, but it adds a great flavor and crunch to it. So just kind of peel the outer layer off and cut it in the middle. And then you'll want to just do like a little dice on it. So it has that nice, sweeter broccoli taste than the florets.
So you'll roast these vegetables before they go into the salad?
Yep, we'll roast them in an 400-degree oven for about 10 minutes. Yeah. Toss the broccoli with a little bit of olive oil.
Helps speed along
the roasting process. Yep. And then we'll add in the squash and the red peppers.
All right. And you've chosen some affordable vegetables here.
Right.
You can just vary them according to
you
season.
Can use any vegetables
what's at the
you
store,
want.
what's on sale.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So a little bit of pepper and salt. Just get those nice and coated in with olive oil. And then the trick for roasting vegetables is to have a hot sheet pan in the oven already preheating.
Okay.
So when you preheat the oven, go ahead and preheat the sheet pan. And that, as you can hear, it'll add just a little bit of sizzle. So it's nice and hot. That helps with the browning of it.
Oh, nice.
So the magic of the oven, we have some already roasted here.
Oh, terrific.
Yeah. So you can see how nice and colorful they are, and we'll add them right to the beans. If you had some yellow squash, that would be a nice color addition as well. Or even some fresh tomatoes would be kind of nice too.
Yeah.
So then we just mix it in. We're gonna add about 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. This will give it a nice zip, kind of freshen it up, brighten it up a little bit, and then we'll add just a little bit more of the extra virgin olive oil.
All right, terrific.
And then we've added some coriander, thyme, and a pinch of cayenne too. And then I have some fresh chopped parsley we'll just add in there. Basil would be nice, or oregano, even some chives out of your yard.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
And this is something that could store for a while.
Could store, yeah, up for a few days.
Lunches to pack to take with you,
and you can even, store it and have it at room temperature. Or you can eat it right out of the refrigerator, or you can warm it up too. So there's lots of different options for it.
Let's give it a try.
That sounds great. Thank you.
That is delicious.
Good. Thanks.
Terrific. All right, we made a wonderful salad, and now I think a lot of us, when we focus on cooking at home, we fall back on some old favorites.
Right.
And you're going to give us a healthier version of an old favorite, right?
Yep. I love putting vegetables in meatballs because it adds those extra nutrients that you get from vegetables that you may not like just eating on its own, like kale. So we're going to put carrots and onions and kale into the meatballs to start.
All right, well, let's get started.
Okay. We'll add our onions and carrots. And we'll add the kale. You just let it cook for a couple minutes, give it a nice stir.
All right, so we let the vegetables cool. What's the next step?
We're gonna season the meat with a little bit of salt and pepper.
All right, and this is just ground beef?
Just ground beef, yep. You can use pork or turkey if you want to. And then I like to add a little bit of fennel seed that's ground into it. Adds a nice sausage flavor to it. Then we'll put the cooled vegetables in. Looks so colorful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
We'll add a couple of eggs.
So this is to bind things together,
To bind
right?
things together. Yep, the eggs and the breadcrumbs will bind things together.
Fabulous.
And then I've got some chopped basil. And you just want to incorporate the vegetables and the meats and the eggs together.
All right.
So now that it's all mixed together, you just want to take and make about 2-ounce balls. So you kind of pat them together. We'll put it in a baking pan to bake. And if you want to, you can add pasta sauce or just even fresh tomatoes on top too and throw it in the oven that way if you wanted to. Or you could just bake them like this.
All right, terrific. And once you're all done, then you have a beautiful finished product like that, right?
Yeah.
Chef Katie, thank you so much for showing us how to cook with vegetables in such a practical and affordable way.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Delicious too.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.